everybody, and welcome back to The Week That Was. My name is Jude Newcomb. This is episode number 60. And if you celebrated Thanksgiving yesterday, which many of you did, happy Thanksgiving. We are getting ready to move into the last month of the year with a lot of exciting developments that have happened recently that are leading into, Metroverse being completed. We had Squid, our developer, on a couple episodes ago for an interview where he was talking about how he hoped to get version 4.1 of Metrix Core pushed out with the other developers so that he could try and complete Metroverse, our NFT marketplace, for release at the end of the year. So as many of you are aware, version 4.1 did come out, as well as a brief update right after that, version 4.1.1. And then there was also an Altitude wallet update that went along with that. So if you haven't updated your Altitude wallet yet, please do so. If you're on my staking wallet, you don't have to worry about that. It's part of the service. We will update all of that for you. And now we can look into getting Metroverse pushed out. And hopefully that'll be done, around Christmas time. So with that being said, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad that you're watching. And let's get into a few other stories that I thought were interesting or maybe could be helpful with different things that we have going on in the MRX ecosystem. So enjoy.
All right, so the first story up is just a brief recap of how Twitter Spaces is going. I think so far we've had, a good start. We've had a few different guests on now, and last week we had on Dead to Rights, who is the latest team member for Metrix. He came on, and we had a really good discussion about the markets, getting into Metrix, staking, mining. We also talked about streaming and how Dead to Rights has kind of come on board to try and help spread the word about Metrix. And so far, he's put together a couple different contests where, he's looking to give away Metrix in the tip bot room. So if you want to go back, you can listen to it. You can find the recording if you go back like a week or so on our timeline on Twitter. And you can listen to the recording of that. It was good. Before that, we had Trent on, and Trent is going to be more of a regular guest, being the CEO of Metrix. We thought that would be a good alternative, perhaps, to, pushing out a video every once in a while. Actually get Trent on board to basically do AMA-style podcasts. That's basically what Twitter Spaces is. The platform runs best if people are involved. So if you want to come on, you want to ask questions, Trent's going to be on next week, hopefully. We're getting the scheduling down now. Stay tuned for announcements for actual time and date. But yeah, Trent's going to be the next guest. You can come in. Anybody that comes into, the room will be invited to speak. So you'll just come up, stay muted, and then we'll call on you, get your question. You can have a back and forth, conversation with us. And that's the way that it works, and that's the way that it works best. So, instead of us just rambling on and talking, we really need the community to come on and chat with us. It's very laid back, no pressure. So we would love to see you there. Stay tuned for when Trent's going to be on. The next thing that I wanted to talk about was a little bit of a deeper dive into social.metrix.network. This has been something that's been around for a few months now and was put out by our developers, Squid and Sexy mainly. And, they set up this for the Metrix community. It is part of the decentralized Miskey microblogging platform. And all that might seem like a foreign language to you, and that's okay. It did for me as well, but I had to look into it a little bit more so that maybe I could help out a little bit with this video for what some of these terms mean. And basically, in a nutshell, an instance is the Metrix kind of universe on this platform. So that's set up by, the administrators. You can create one yourself. You can create your own instance, and that is basically your own, let's put it, in terms you might know, it's kind of like a subreddit, but on a different scale. It's different, but if you want to think about it that way, it might be helpful. So Metrix has their own instance on a platform called Misskey, and Misskey is part of a bigger kind of decentralized network of social media platforms called the Fediverse. Now, again, when I heard all of this, I just didn't know what I was dealing with. So I looked into it a little bit more, and I'm more of a visual learner. So, you can see here that, social.mrx was built on Misskey, and it's on this version. Then there's all these Asian characters that I don't know what they mean. But yeah, basically, if you have any questions about it, you can contact, they have information there. But in general, the Fediverse is the entire grouping of decentralized platforms that are interconnected with one another. So if you look over here and you see this one called PeerTube, it's kind of the Fediverse's version of YouTube. So YouTube is a centralized owned company owned by Alphabet, which owns Google. And so basically, there's a lot of concern and worry about flow of information and things being throttled or shadow banned on other types of platforms like YouTube or Twitter, Facebook, things like that. So this is a decentralized version of YouTube called PeerTube. And if I'm on Misskey, which is over here, which is what MRX, the social.mrx is on, you can link PeerTube videos into your posts on Misskey. Now, you can also do YouTube if you want, but the general idea is to keep it decentralized. Now, there's all kinds of different versions, you could say. There's a Facebook, there's a Tumblr, there's like a blogging, all kinds of different things that you'd know well and good from their centralized versions, but they also exist now in their decentralized versions. And this tree was actually very helpful for me after hearing somebody talk about, what the different platforms were. And Misskey has their own website. It was born out of Japan, and that's why there's a lot of Asian characters that you saw earlier. But as you can see, Misskey is a decentralized microblogging platform born on Earth. Since it exists within the Fediverse, it is mutually linked with other social media platforms. So that's exactly what I was just talking about. And you can have, your list of instances. So there's all these different instances that you can go to that have, tens of thousands of users. Some have less, some have more. But, once you join an instance, you're a part of that instance, and you get to see, different content that is put together for that instance. It also doesn't stop you from seeing content from other instances on your timeline. And that's the really great thing about, this platform is that the flow of information is equal. Each instance is run autonomously, and there's no giant corporation, or flow of information that people want you to hear. It doesn't work that way. The information that you want to see, the information that you want to read, is available for you, just as equal as anybody else's information. And I have my profile page. I definitely suggest that anybody that hasn't yet go to social.metrix.network and create a profile. Give me a follow. It's at Jude Newcomb. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me as well. But yeah, I hope that was helpful because, this is something that our developers had a vision of seeing as being a popular outlet months before any of this uproar has come on with Twitter and censorship and topics like that. We've been on board with Misskey for a while now, and the Fediverse is just growing and growing and growing. More and more users are joining every day, and that is going to be the way that a truly decentralized network of thoughts and ideas will actually spread and grow, is if we all take the opportunity to make it popular. And I just wanted to give a shout out to our team member Matt for putting together the poker tournament that we had like 5 days ago. It was a lot of fun. There was about 10 people there, not bad for the very first one in a while. And we're looking to do these more and more as time goes on. And so stay on the lookout for that. The more people that join, the better. And, we're looking forward to the next iteration of it. So keep an eye out for updates and tweets about that. And with that, Metroids, I hope that you have had a great, fun, enjoyable time watching the video today. I hope that you have a good upcoming week. Look out for the spaces with me and Trent. I hope to see you there. I hope to hear your voice there. Don't just sit in the audience listening. Come on up. But with that, stay safe out there, Metroids. Talk to you soon.